Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I'm going to be doing is showing y'all how you guys can cop the Maniere ones. I know I might have mispronounced that, but I'm not really going to bother too much as to learning how to try and pronounce it. I mean, I did just try and learn it. I was checking Google Translate. Don't know if it's right or not. I'm pretty sure it's Maniere. I might be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure the last word might be separated into a different pronunciation. But aside from that, we'll be discussing the AM ones and how you guys can get your hands on these. These shoes are dropping very soon. And honestly, it's a very good looking pair of shoes. We'll get into resale, discussing everything about it. So if y'all want more content like this, check my Instagrams, subscribe and like, do any of that down below if you all want to. Again, this is the type of content and videos we do on this channel: how to cop, sneaker investment videos, anything's about shoes, streetwear. You know, if that's what y'all want to do, then that's what you're interested in, stay here. And yeah, of course, we got my 50K giveaway going on down below. If you aren't entered in this, then I feel like you're missing out. You definitely got to check that out. So aside from that, go get entered there. And yeah, let's get discussing how y'all can get your pair on this very valuable pair of Jordan 1s. I'm probably going to be hitting on a pair or two, which I'm very happy about, since nobody really enters my local raffle, which I'm pretty happy about. So yeah, I have a lot of time and opportunity to enter in this drop, so I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of this. So this is where I'll be having the most success on this one. As you guys can see, there's two different locations where you are currently able to purchase this one. Now, will we see a Snkrs release for this shoe? It is totally possible, but there's no confirmation as to whether we are or are not seeing one. As of right now, it looks like we probably are not going to be seeing these released on Snkrs. I would prefer for it to stay that way, but again, with the last collaboration, like we had one with Social Status, those ended up releasing on Snkrs, except for the strawberry milk ones. I think those ones did not end up releasing on Snkrs. So like, this is one of those shoes where it is a collab, so it's really up to Nike and Maniere if they want to drop this one on more platforms. But with all the production shortages and things going on right now, I think they'll probably keep this one a little bit more limited. So kind of, unless they've already produced the pairs in advance, which again, totally possible. So another thing I want to discuss, again, you have from 11/15 until the 18th, so you basically have 3 days to set up an appointment. You do have to go to the website, any of the websites, whether it's the Maniere website, the APB website, or the Social Status website. Again, they're not the only ones participating. Don't forget, there's also Social Status and APB, All Points Bulletin. This is going to be the raffle I'll have the most success on. People like sleeping on this one, but there's not, again, many stores local to your area. But if you have any of these stores, and Maniere, Social Status, or an APB local to you, make sure you set up that 5-minute appointment. Go get entered. I'm honestly going to be trying to set up a couple of them, since nobody really enters in them, and they're not like in-store raffle entries where you have to go show an ID. It's just, you have to go be like, hey, I'm checking in for my appointment, and that's it. You don't have to show an ID or anything, really. At least down here, like where I'm at, they don't check ID or nothing, so I'm just going to go in on 2 different days, on Monday and Wednesday, or in 2 different outfits, one wearing a hat, one not, and, I'm going to enter for 2 different sizes, and I'll probably hit on both. So that's kind of the method I'm using. It is a little bit of finesse, I know, but like literally, when I'm saying nobody enters in these raffles, nobody enters in my local area. Like, I checked on Wednesday, the last day of the raffle, and I still could have selected every single time slot. Like, nobody takes advantage down here in Charleston, but that leaves it better for me. So just everybody in Charleston, leave the size 12 alone and 10, and we good. But aside from that, that's just where this one is dropping. Don't forget APB, Social Status, and Maniere. It is dropping locally in store. Don't forget, you can enter in 11/15 through the 18th, and it says you have to have your government ID size, entry confirmation. Still have your ID and all that on you. You will need it, but it just depends. It's up to the employee whether they check your ID or not. But it depends on how strict they are. But I don't expect to get my ID checked. If I do, no big deal. I'm just going to go in at 2 different days, and yeah, they'll probably let me enter twice, and hopefully I'll hit 2, because I want one to wear and I want one to sell. That's really it. And maybe one to hold. We'll see, because I will make a video on these. I think this is a really good hold long term, just because of how this shoe looks, and based off how the 3s have done. The 3s did really well over time, so I think a lot of people are going to be feeling these ones. But don't sleep in your in-store raffles, and don't forget the official launch date of November 24th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, $200 retail. So it's totally worth it. At $200 retail, I know it's more expensive, and Jordan 1s are about to start being $200, I'm pretty sure, but this is not like, pay this price. Don't be concerned about paying this price, because this one's going to resell for double its retail, maybe more. We'll kind of see what it will be around the range. I don't think double its retail, since I think some sizes will get undercut at a certain point. But don't forget to enter in all those store locations. If you're in Atlanta, DC, or Houston, get entered for those Maniere reservations. There's probably an APB store or a Social Status store at those locations too, so you might want to check those places out. But yeah, this is another really great opportunity. I'm definitely going to be here on launch day, since a lot of people hit on the 3s manually. Since Maniere, I believe they did a domain change before they dropped this one, and that messed up a lot of the bots that were on their site trying to get the 3s. So ended up being a lot of manual users cooking the 3s, just because they did that domain change. So if they do the same thing, then it's going to be a lot of manual users just getting the ones, kind of like the social status drop, you know what I mean? It'll be easier for a manual user, much more limited, but you know, you will have a good chance. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. Honestly, the only thing I'll probably be going for on this day, if I do have a lot of local raffle success, only thing I'd probably go for this day would be a personal size, just so I can add it to the collection, because let's be real, this pair of ones is dope. There's no denying that. We all know these ones are dope. Jeez, I don't know what's going on there, but we're all good. So, you know, when you just wake up and sometimes your voice just gets like groggy, I don't know. Just how it is. But yeah, aside from those local places where you will be able to enter 3 places again, I will repeat them one more time. Social status, APB, Maniere. You can enter in all of them locally, and then the biggest drop on the 24th of 11 a.m. Eastern time, not 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern time on my Maniere site. Do not forget it. Very good chance for a manual user if they do a domain change, but make sure you set up an account, have your payment info, you know, address, all that saved on the account. Make sure you do that, like have that set up in advance. But looking at resale right now on these, you can see it's at a very, very high price, thousands of dollars, $800 for, you know, a pair right now, but nobody's buying these for that right now since this release is about to happen, and there's only been like 8 sales on StockX. So my personal resale estimation, I'm just going to throw that out there, or throw this out there, since I do think, again, people will undercut these a fair amount. It is going to be at a range of around $350 to $500, and I will put a plus in the 500. I know it is a fairly large range, but I think there will be, I think we'll see a significant difference in price between bigger sizes and smaller sizes. Like I'm thinking 10.5 up, we'll see a lot of those sizes up $400 pretty comfortably, and anything under 10.5 will probably be under $400. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking, and that's the reason why I put the 500 plus, because I do think something like an 11.5, maybe a, you know, 14, maybe something like you know, it's just one of those more rare sizes like that that's not very common. 12.5, I think those ones may be going for, you know, around you know, $500, $600, like a much higher range. That's why I put a plus there. So again, I think this is a very valuable shoe, very clean. I love this one, just kind of like the kind of burgundy snakeskin with this overall just kind of all white you know, kind of shoe. It's very nice. It's suede too, but you're gonna have to be careful. I actually did just buy a suede eraser, so I'm gonna, you know, be cleaning my shoes, but of course there's certain ones I have to be careful with using a suede eraser on, like Hyper Royals, can't use a suede eraser on those, that'll ruin the color. So there's just like some things and some shoes I have to worry about when it comes to using a, you know, eraser and cleaning tools. But very off topic, that's my resale estimate, and this is just another very clean pair of shoes. So something I want to mention real quick, if this one was to release on Snkrs, it would probably be sometime in December or January. I just want to mention that, most likely December though. And one more thing, I'll just link these 2 videos down below. If you've been here, you know them. This one shows you some recent and new Snkrs tips and tricks you can use to hit more often. They help me out, so if you want to check that, feel free. I mean, I've had a lot of success with these. And then this one shows you how to make multiple accounts. If you don't have multiple accounts of Snkrs, I just personally feel like you're missing out. It's just logic, honestly, at this point. You know, having 15 accounts and entering 15 times will help you hit more often than entering once and, you know, only entering with 1 account. That just logically, it makes more sense, you know what I mean? I had someone the other day trying to tell me that multiple accounts doesn't help you hit more often, and logically it does. It does. I don't have to say anything. Just think, use your head. If you're entering something 15 times versus 1, what will you hit more often on? I can't explain it to some people though. I can try as much as I can, but it's pointless. So aside from that, another thing I want to mention also, these guys I'm sure will be helping huge on this release day, since they always came through with the social status release. So they'll be providing probably a lot of info with copping this release and kind of how to get it off the site. So huge shout out to my guys at Secret Sauce. As always, they are a $60 monthly fee, and pretty much how these guys could help you out with making a resale profit or anything. They actually did. Just yesterday I went and picked this up. My 3rd PS5, so I have 3 of these. This is my 2nd disc version, again, that I've just gotten this month, so shout out Ron. Ron always helping everyone out in the chat with like copping technology stuff, Pokemon cards, and there's a lot of money in that game too, but also with shoe releases, again, there's a lot of profit coming up in December, just with the whole game, honestly, just like in general, is going to change in December with shoes. Like everything's going to be more in demand, since it will be Christmas time, and I think people will see that, especially with something like the price of a PS5. I think it's going to spike up to probably near $1,000 in my opinion. So I just kind of what I'm thinking, and again, these guys can really help you out. I'm in this chat and I've used it a lot. You got to take advantage of the different things they provide, like the raffles. Just kind of, you know, mute the, you know, channels that you're not really interested in. Open help tickets, of course, you know, ask any questions that you have. You know, if you're trying to learn something, you can ask there. And then another thing too is, you know, again, just like make sure you turn on the notifications for the channels that you actually want to see information on, so you can only have notifications popping up when it is something useful or something that you'll want to see. But I have all my notifications on in there, since, I mean, pretty much they provide you with anything profitable. So huge shout out my guys here. If you want to check them out, you know, again, and kind of get into the chat, just send them a message on Twitter, be like, yo, Tristan sent me, how can I get into the chat? I'm interested. or, you know, you can just go to their Instagram, give them a follow, and, you know, wait until they drop invites again. But these are the guys I'm running the giveaway with. Just so you go, for reference, you understand who they are, but they've helped me make a lot of profit, and I can't thank them enough, so thank you. And yeah, that's just them, so feel free to check them there. But a couple other things to link down below. I mean, I don't even know if it's kind of pointless to link these down below, because you really see, this is just for pictures. You can just see this is such a dope pair. I really want these. But again, the only 3 places where this one is really confirmed to be dropping now: social status, APB, Maniere, online, and in store. Oh, I'm gonna try and pull the finesse at APB. We'll see if they're generous to me. If they're generous to me, and I end up hitting, I'll walk in the store and, you know, I'll give them a thank you, of course. Cause we'll just head into the outro. If y'all want more content like this, check the Instagram or any of that down below. Again, entering the giveaway there. It's 4 pair of off-white dunks, so don't forget, you can win one of these, any size, whatever it is. So if you want to do that, you know, enter that before it ends on the 28th. I think it's a couple days after Thanksgiving. It's when we're announcing it. So feel free to do that right there. And yeah, any questions, any of that you got down below, feel free to leave it there. I'll be there to answer it for you all. And I'm gonna end this off. So I'm Tristan. Much love to everybody. And yeah, hopefully we'll have luck with copping this release, because I think we'll be doing good, and hopefully you all will too. So I'll see you on the next one. I'm Tristan, and much love. Peace.